All right, so another big perk and some of the things that I'll say students, because Walsh is a commuter college, we don't necessarily have, well, we don't have dorms and things like that. So in a graduate program, you're generally not using those anyway. But some of the things that we do offer that I think differentiate or distinguish Walsh from some of its competitors is that the lifetime access to career services is important. So let's talk about career services for a minute. As an adjunct, I've worked for different institutions over the years, and I'll say the career services group with Walsh does an excellent job. We also, as a department, pair with them to promote events for students to actually make connections into industry. They also will help you practice interviewing. They will help you with your resume. They also have job boards. I mean, so these are some of the things that they do, and the reason the lifetime piece is important. So as that connection, and we do get a lot of, I'll say, industry that comes to Walsh. The caliber and type of student that we have is a bit different than some of our competitors. Obviously, typically way more career and business focused. So people are ready to kind of go out of the gates from us. But the whole lifetime piece, to circle back to that, is really about, at some point you may find yourself saying, hey, I want to find a different job. I want to go down a different career path, or I want to augment my skills, or let's talk about our current situation, which is so COVID-19's had a lot of different impacts. We've got people that are potentially out looking for new jobs and things like that. So you can always come back if you find yourself in that situation. You can always come back. You can contact career services, get some more practice interviewing, have them look at your resume, kind of spruce things up, and then kind of get back in the game, if that makes sense. So that's a big plus. Not necessarily all institutions offer that, and not all have the impact that our career services group does. Additionally, we do offer the Information Technology Student Association. The MSDA would fall within that. So you do have the option to interact with other students within your program, I'll say, partake in events, meet different industry people. We get a lot of industry that wants to reach out to our student association. So that's definitely something that if you choose to leverage, it's a great opportunity for you. And I would also like to stress that this is student-led, this is not faculty-led. So the students within the organization actually decide what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, who are they going to engage with as far as industry, et cetera. So a lot of great options here if you so choose to leverage them. So one of the things, granted, I understand some of you may be remote. What I would say is that we are located in Troy, which is in Oakland County, which is part of the Automation Alley corridor within Greater Detroit. Troy itself is actually a thriving business center with many global headquarters here in I'll say the city of Troy proper. And it is also pretty centrally located within, the Greater Detroit area. So we have, direct access onto 75. We do have connections with, TARDEC, or the U.S. Army Ground Vehicle Systems Center, as well as, we've done some research for them. We have other folks within the data analytics and data science industries reaching out to us as well. So definitely we're in I'll say, a great place. Those of you, if you are looking to, I'll say, get into a job here in the Greater Detroit area. If you're from outside the region, that's definitely an opportunity. Those of you in region, we of course have a lot of interactions here as well for you. So these are all just different options, and our location, we believe puts us in a prime position to interact with all the different global companies in Greater Detroit. All right, so let's go through some general information about Walsh. First up, instead of 3 15 or 16-week trimesters, Walsh has 4 11-week semesters. So that enables you to basically, if you so choose to use the additional semester, that reduces your time to completion. So yes, we're going through basically the same amount of material. Instead of in 15 or 16 weeks, it's in 11. So it can be a little bit more intense, but in reality, it also allows you to reduce your degree time to completion. Additionally, our class sizes run around 25 max. So with that, you tend to have more interactions with the professors and get more feedback and things like that from them. Our current cost per credit hour is on screen. Additionally, when we talk about books and supplies, we try to keep that to a minimum. We are cognizant and we do pay attention to, I'll say, textbooks and supply costs for courses. We specifically try to keep those lower for everybody. And last and certainly not least, you do have access to tutors and open labs for extra assistance if you so choose to use that. And that is typically not at a fee to you as a student. So that is offered as part of what you get from Walsh. All right, so let's get into a little bit of a recap of why you should consider choosing the Walsh MSDA program. So first up, if you do not have a technical background, although this program is not exceptionally technical, there are some technical components. Those of you who do not have that background, we have foundation courses to fill that gap for you and get you up to speed so that you can kind of tear loose with the rest of the coursework, right? Also, taught by faculty who are experts in their field and they have decades of industry experience to bring to the classroom for you. Next up, you can choose the course format and delivery that works best for you. So we have some students who prefer online entirely, others who like a mix depending upon the course. So they like to actually engage with professors. So we call that remote. So that's kind of asynchronous where you're at a scheduled date and time, but you can attend anywhere from anywhere in the globe. We also have year-round registration. So if you want to plot out your degree program and when you're going to finish and all those fun things, we have that course scheduling already up there if you so choose to use that. So that's another benefit. We also have our lab, that's state-of-the-art, so it allows us to do custom design, research, etc., as well as help train you for that fluid skill build. Now, I stole my thunder there a little bit. So we focus on analytics tradecraft. So we're not an institution who's just sitting back saying, read these books, take these quizzes, write a paper. That's not what we do. I mean, we have some of that. Yeah, of course, we're going to do that. But we're also about building this tradecraft concept or fluid skills with you so that you have the know-how, but you also have the hands-on skills by being exposed to the software the industry is using so that you understand how to tackle the problems when you're out in field and working on advancing your career. That is what makes us different. That is why Walsh, if you will, okay? We also have easy admission requirements. Doesn't mean the program's easy, just means getting in is easier. You don't have to jump through all these hoops, right? You don't have to take the GMAT. You don't have to take the GRE. We're going to get you up to speed and we're going to make sure you're ready to go. So our courses are designed to do that. So we don't need to have you go do all these extra, I'll say, hoop jumping that some institutions require. Additionally, as I've mentioned, you have lifetime access to career services. You have an ITSA organization if you choose to leverage that as you go through. We have great location, obviously. And I'd like to finish up with one particular statement. So this is a statement of one of the folks who applied and is going to be taking the program. This was their comment after they looked through the program that you've seen today. Their quote was, Walsh's MSDA is the most promising program I have found anywhere for data analytics. And I think that speaks volumes to, there's been a lot of work put into this program to make sure what we're showing you and what we're telling you can be delivered. It was very much designed differently than our competitors. It was great to hear this quote and have them recognize that. We hope you see it that way as well.